Well, hello, welcome back. Here we go, session number 2 of the day. How are we all? It was a decent session this afternoon. We're going to go again, and first up, it is an all Dutch affair. It will be Richard Veenstra against Niels Zonneveld. If we go that one there and that one there. I also need to put my stream on, which I'd forgotten to do. What's going, Dan? How are you doing, Kay? Good to have you in on another scorcher of a day. There we go. Stream up and running. Doot against Venick should be good. Menzies Cross, that is a brutal game for the match play. Then Hurrell against Białecki again. Białecki needs to make hay. Van Dijvenbode against Paul Horn. O'Connor against Reyes. Tough game to call. Cullen should come through his against the qualifier. And then to end, it will be Nico Springer against Nandor Major. How are we doing? Rob, good to have you in, buddy. How's things? Smithsville on the stage. As we get this show on the road. Veenstra has won the ball as well. All good, mate, all good. As we get ready for there's a lot to play for in terms of the race for the match play. Oh, as well, who in the chat room, who watched the Sky broadcast last night? I thought Ludog was the best he'd been last night. I thought Ludog was good last night. And also, I felt so sorry for him because someone, director or producer, one or the other, absolutely stitched him up on the finals. Did anyone notice or not? But I thought he was really good last night. How are we doing, Matthew? Good to have you in. Can't agree. In what way can you not agree? I'm interested. Anthony, good to have you in, my friend. How is the great state of Texas via the greatest city in the world, New York? I watched it on Peacock. I agree. Yeah. So I thought Ludog was absolutely outstanding, but walk-ons for the finals, the players weren't there when he started to introduce them. Now, that's not his fault. Someone in his ear, either producer or director, has cued him to go. And we saw players running down the corridor. So yeah, I felt for Ludog because he didn't put a foot wrong over the night, and then I just wondered if it was noticeable on TV. Anthony, an incredible night. I agree. I watched it on Peacock. I agree. Cool. Maybe some interesting news coming for darts in America. Menzies Cross, big game for the match play. It is. He accepted the invite, then pulled out. Right, so Gezi clarified this. He actually pulled out weeks ago, and it was only whatever I don't know what the Pool Association's called. They only announced it on the day, but he actually pulled out, I think he said 3 weeks ago when we spoke to him in press. How we doing? Jack, hope you're good. Venstra has won the ball. Absolute sizzler down here in the south of the UK today. So, how we doing? Hope you're good. I'm in the north, the UK, and it's lovely, lovely and cold. Well, it's not here. It is absolutely baking. Oh yeah. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I am good. 12 and 6 tomorrow, but Sunday it's the early one. It's 11 and 5 on Sunday. They were roaming around the arena for the final before the players. Well, yeah, that's because they weren't there, Wayne. Because obviously they couldn't put the cameras at the top of the walk on because the players weren't there. That's why they were doing that. And again, I feel for all the production because obviously someone has queued. They've been queued to start. Zonneveld has the Venstra throw under the cosh here, and I'm interested to see Zonneveld. Thought last time we saw him, he didn't look himself, but looking better here today so far. Yeah, I think Zonneveld will win, but Venstra is one of these streaky players that if he gets on a run, he can be hard to shake off. And Zonneveld want no faffage. There we go. That's better from Zonneveld. Fabulous stuff. They're usually spot on with walk-ons. Yeah, someone's basically just queued at the wrong time. So they've started. Yeah, it'd be good to see the Asp back. I think was it April the 7th was the last time we saw him play ranked darts. Good stuff. Like that. Yeah, fishy, fishy. What's everyone up to this evening? Let me know. Anything interesting? Whether you're joining us for the whole session. Again, Zonneveld did the hard work and broke. However, he is under the cosh here. Yeah, look, I'm interested to see where Gary's game is because we haven't seen a lot of him. Zonneveld leaves 138, which would be the best 138 the world has ever seen, and he's going to get a go at it. Nah, Rob Cross didn't do enough. Aspinall's subjective. I could have made a case for Aspinall to be in, but Rob Cross didn't do anywhere near enough. Venstre can't take the break-back opportunity. Well, he's only got one block of Pro Tours before the World Cup. It's not a lot. Yeah. I don't think there's 58 players better than Venstre on tour, but he's right. Yeah, he's a weird one, Venstre, James. That he always qualifies for like Euro tours and so on, but then he just loses. It's a weird one. I agree. I think he's a very solid player, Richard Venstre. Remember, he posted that astronomical average at Lakeside to beat the Nuke. World Cup starts on the 11th of June. $129. Zonneveld will get a look. It's not going to go, but he'd like a treble here. He would like a treble. It's not the best leave from where he was. It could and should have been better. Yeah. So the times won't clash. So you can easily watch the Darts World Cup straight into the FIFA World Cup, I think. Let's be fair, some of those group games at the World Cup, as in the FIFA World Cup, are dross. Zonneveld has made a mess of that. He has had the opportunity for the double break and not taken it. That could be a disaster. As Venstre holds. But that was certainly the one, or a leg that got away. Yeah, good luck watching Panama against Iran at 3 in the morning. To be fair, this is the first time in a while where I'm not excited about the World Cup. Look, everyone's the World Cup has to be shared around. It has to. It can't just be in Europe because of our time. Look, I'm not. Yeah, England have got 2 in. I think Gazzy pulling out. Yeah, I agree that. I think Venstre leaving the old 163. How are you? How are you taking this at me, old China? Look, Wales were one of the only teams that could beat England, and now they can't. And I'm not being disrespectful to Nick Kenny, but he's not Gerwyn Price. Look, Johnny Clayton and Gezi going up against Luke and Luke would be an unbelievable game, as we saw with all 4 of them last night at the O2. Oh, I was about to say, they're both on a 9. They're both on a 9. I practice with Gezi. He's more than capable, but Gezi is just. I get on really well with Nick, and I like Nick, but he's just nowhere near Gerwyn Price, and I don't think Wales can win it now. And I'm just looking at it from a purely darting point of view, looking at it from a numbers point of view. Nick Kenny's numbers don't stack up in the PDC to be able to take on the best. Menzies the last month he's played really well. Yeah, I think that James, for me, the two dark horses, if you will, Hong Kong is one of them, and Poland is the other. I think they're the 2 that I fancy, like outside the ordinary. Zonneveld missed a huge chance, and Venstre tidies up, still on throw here. Did someone call for Nick? Yeah, again, Gary and Cammy, that I agree that's a could, but with like there's too much ifs and maybes that look, if Cammy plays well, then yeah, I agree, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it was good last night. Really enjoyed it. Remember, we are busy streaming next week. We will be live Lounge Monday, Pro Tour Tuesday, Pro Tour Wednesday, and then the Friday and Saturday for Copenhagen as well. Yeah, Luke Humphreys always is, and Luke is one of the best, if not the best, ambassador for the sport we've ever had, I think. He is just unreal. It's a massive dart from Zonneveld. Venstre was sat on top, threatening the break back. And he plucks 9 last dart in hand. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Poland. I feel bad for the yeah, World Series in Copenhagen. If Gurney played, I don't. The problem is I don't think either Rock or Gurney are as playing as well as what they did this time, or going into the tournament. I don't think they're playing as well as what they were this time last year. Yep, Pro Tours Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got the same old story with. Yeah, I don't get what's going on. Like, could you imagine if the draw goes wrong and we get any combination of these teams playing each other? Germany, Czechia, Ireland, or Austria. If we get any combination of those playing each other, it could be a 7 a.m. start. Yeah, because Mickey Mansell's playing for Ireland. Oh Christ! Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, we'll put the Philippines. Five teams now. Yeah, good shout, James. I forgot about Toilo. Bearing right, I haven't looked at the seedings, right? But could you imagine if we get in one group all or three of those five teams? Holy shit! Yeah, no Whitlock. Yeah, I agree, James. Finland. Let's. PDC. I've got to say, this is the first time in a while where I'm not actually like overexcited for the World Cup, but France could be fodder. Um, Denmark again, not rating their chances. Like Hungary, not expecting much from Hungary. Hungary, India, no. Italy were good. Like I enjoyed Italy. No Kim. He hasn't qualified for this one. Again, what are we going to get from Mongolia? I like the New Zealand pair as well. I think Johnny Tatar and Ben Robb are both playing quite decent. Not expecting much from Norway. Philippines will be difficult because of the pace. Again, not expecting much from Portugal. Singapore, I'm not sure. Slovenia, I don't know what to expect from Pratnamar's partner. The World Cup always brings the best out in Dev. I'm looking forward to seeing Dev back. Spain, Reyes and Justicia. Again, could be tricky early. Belmont, Marcel Warpin, Thailand, Trinidad and Tobago. No clue what to expect there. Uganda. I'm looking forward to seeing the United States pair. I think this is um, the best US pair we've seen in a while in Savada and Bunce. I like that. And then we look the seeds, England, Netherlands, clearly the two massive favourites. Northern Ireland and Scotland have a chance. Germany, we all know the issues there. Belgium, De Decker not in really any form. Vandenberg getting back to form, but whether this has come too soon. Wales, Kenny and Clayton. Ireland, Mansell and O'Connor. Poland, Ratajski and Białecki. I like it. De Graaf and Lukasiak. Hetter and Leek. I'm looking forward to see how it works. Czechia, Sedlacek and Gavlas. I'm not holding out for much. Austria, Mensa and Rusty. Latvia, again, not expecting much. Oh, you want Croatia as well, because Perlo Lubic is in absolutely no form at all. And yeah, Finland, Jani Harvisto and Jonas Malmsson, not expecting much. I think they'll have learnt so much from last year that I don't see England getting beat either. Zonneval closing in on victory. Oh, Menzies and Cross is a massive game. Absolutely huge. But Venstre not done yet, but Zonneveld has the darts here in this 10th leg. Should there be a Darts World Cup song? Oh, bit of love's got the world in motion. And I'm interested to see what teams walk onto, because England deliberately picked Vindaloo last year. Oh, 100 Hybrax will want everyone around him out in round one for damage limitation. I'm with you. Yeah, I'd love England to walk on to World in Motion. It's a great setup from Triple Z. Is this match over? Not yet. Yeah, I think Scotland will walk on to the Proclaimers. They'll walk on to its coming. That would be great shitehousery. Nah, I think they'll be fine. I think they learned a lot from last year, and Zonneveld is a victor. 6-4 win over Richard Venstre. It was a bit of a scrappy do game. It wasn't the best. We know that obviously South Africa will walk on to Waka Waka eh. I honestly think Littler will dip into his experience playing pool. Yeah. So coming up after the break will be a bit of Doots. There it is, taking on Lucas Venick. Doots has won the ball. Doots, there it is. There we go. England walked out to Vindaloo last year, Rob. Me and me mum and me dad and me gran went off to Waterloo. Made famous by James Richardson at Ali Pally. When he beat Raymond van Barneveld. I don't know, is the honest answer. I've not. I think they're all right. At some point, players are always going to fall out, but they just kiss and make up. I want the Chinese pair to walk out to Westlife. You raise me up. I don't think they hate each other. So far, the best is Taylor and Lewis. Could Humphreys and Littler go on to become it? Yes. But right now, Taylor and Lewis. Yeah, agreed, James. Agreed. How are we doing, Nico? Good to have you in. How is everyone? No, I've always got on incredibly well with Michael Smith and is a top lad. Christ, I'm just scrolling through. I think Spurs have been linked with just about every player under the sun in the last 48 hours. Better duped. There it is. You know. Swiss Phil back on the stage. Venick will walk first. No, right. I don't think you understand how serious Michael Smith's injuries have been. Honestly, that at one point he wasn't sure if he was going to play again. So it's not excuses. Michael Smith is going through a lot to save his career because of injuries. Nothing else than that. Possibly, yeah. They might walk onto it. What was it? I can't remember what the song's called, but I know it. But Michael Smith has got every right to call someone out if he the same as any player, not just Michael Smith. If you think your opponent in front of you is playing the dark arts, whether they are or whether they aren't, doesn't matter. If you think they are, you've got the right to call them out. Right? And Michael Smith believed that Mickey Mansell was taking the piss. We weren't there, it wasn't on the stream, so we don't know. But it's the same as Gary called Mensah out for it. Gary's called Dimitri out for it. It happens, and if you think your opponent is doing it, you've got a right to call them out. Yeah, but the problem is, Ducky, is the rules, because it says persistent gamesmanship. So if you're only doing it a few times, it's fine. If you're doing it all the time, it's not. It's a very grey area that doesn't really get summed up in the rules. And as Michael Smith said, it wasn't his throw because he knows that Mickey plays slow, as in throw slow. It from the moment the dart leaves your hand, you have to go and retrieve your dart and get out the way. And that's what Michael Smith was on about. And that is, if that's happening, then that's gamesmanship. What did bit of what Bon Jovi song did he walk onto? Yeah, and how we doing? I hope you are good. Yeah, and that's the that's the key bit. It's not, and when a lot of people say about people being slow, they're not talking about their throw. It's the time from last dart, getting your darts and getting out of the way. That's what they moan about when they're talking about it. You give love a bad name. Yeah, that's a shocker. Nice, Rob. Nice. Durham at home or away? Not a great start from either. No, I agree, Nico. I agree. Home, cool. Still play Chester Street. Yeah, but Michael does that all the time. Yeah, I think that Johnny. I think it's different to if you can get into a rhythm when you're playing someone slow, and you know that they just get out of the way. It's when their throw is slow and then they take the piss on top. Oh, hello. Hello, Lucas Venick. A cheeky little 160 finish for a break of throw. Um, who's the match play race is Hybrex is just outside Damon Hetta. There's that Rob for Rob and Menzies, it's a terrible first round draw for them both because one of them isn't going to get anything. Again, Białecki can make up ground. He's going to have a big day or big weekend because of his lack of. He's not in the final European Tour event. Chizzy, I can't. How Chizzy's seeded. That he's still got a lot of work to do. Ricky Evans won. But Dutes breaks straight back. No drama, no faffage. But right now, Kevin Dutes is playing a lot better than Lucas Venick. It was only that remarkable 160 finish from Venick that gave him the broke. Oh, do I think all of them will keep their card? No. Yeah, I like the Hong Kong pair, Man Lot Lung and Lot Ling Lee. Because of it's because the field is set, Ducky. Right, so the qualifier's been done. Right, we know your 16 seeds, your 16 from the Pro Tour Order of Merit, and your qualifiers. So it is locked. Then when people then pull out, there is a set procedure. So what happens is in this instance, let's use the Premier League players. The 4 seeds have pulled out. So by the rules of the competition, the next 4 from the Pro Tour Order of Merit jump up. Then the next 4 jump up into their spot, and then those 4 spots that have become available are filled by the reserve list from the qualifier. That's how. Yeah, Vanski played his finish. I don't think he scored particularly well, but I think his finishing was unbelievable. Setup. I've never really looked, to be fair. Yeah, Rob Cross came from the reserve list. Yeah, last night was just a great day of darts. It was unbelievable. Two great semi-finals and then a final that we won't forget in a long time. Venik, chance here to level things up at 2-2. Yeah, it was good. Three exceedingly good games. Exceedingly good. Venik has fluffed his lines, and Doots kindly takes the opportunity to lead 3-1. Right now, Doots is just playing better. Now, Aaron, we spoke about this earlier on. I don't know if you were in. That is not Lou Dog's fault. So Lou Dog is on the stage, and for the walk-ons, especially the first one, he has his back to the crowd, looking at the camera at the side of the board. That's the one that goes on the MC. Lewis is stood in position. He will not start his introduction until the director or producer cues him in his ear. So he was told in his ear to start his introduction. So it was the producer or director, I'm not sure which one it is, that cues him within that setup and system. But someone cued him to start when the players, or when Luke Humphreys wasn't there. So that's not his fault. Once he's been cued, he's live on air. He has to just, oh, hello. Here, fishy, fishy.
How about treble to ball? Here, fishy, fishy.
Where has he pulled that from? Two finishes he's had, 160. And then the big fish. Way back into it for Venik, and that's courtesy of two unbelievable finishes. So yeah, so once Lewis is told by his director or producer, go, you have to go. You can't do anything about it. No, sorry, don't worry about it, Aaron. I say not everyone would have been in earlier, but it's little bits like that obviously people don't understand how the production works, and people will just go, "Oh, what's he done that for?" or "What's he done that for?" or that's the spotter's fault, and so on. And a lot of the time, it's not. Phil, am I right that they use the rankings when the qualifiers are held? Correct, yes. Venik, all of a sudden, is right back in this, and he's upped his levels, and Doots has just dropped a little bit here. So yeah, again, what would have happened there is obviously Lewis has started, and then the person directing or producing would have realised Venik, he's done the hard work, and now he's missing doubles. He can only take out big finishes, but Doots misses as well. So yeah, the director or the producer would have realised the mistake and the fact they've told Lewis to go. And then what they'd have, someone would have been in his ear, Lewis, Luke's not there yet, slow your intro down, take a bit of time, and so on. So then they would have been guiding him in his ear, and so on like that. And Venik completely fluffed his lines, and Dukes is in front again. So like the two scenarios that I can use from personal experience is when I did the on stage interviews for the seniors, which were on TV. I've got an earpiece in, 180, and the director is in my ear. Not in shot yet, and you'll get a cue reporter is normally the thing. So that is your cue to start asking questions of the person that's won. Now, you don't know how many questions you're going to get to ask or how many they want you to ask. You'll just get, we'll finish this in a second. Nothing to see here. They're on a 9. Hello. We've had here, fishy. Oh. So yeah, anyway, going back, that in your ear, you'll be asking the questions, and you'll get final question or wrap after answer or whatever like that. So the directors, obviously, they're managing the time because they know when they've got to go to a break. And then when I did the Super Series, when I'm presenting, so you're looking at the cameras there. Again, you've got an earpiece in with director and producer in your ear. And then they'll tell you, right, 5 minutes to fill, and then you start talking about it, and then you'll say, right, and he'll say, table on screen now. So then in your ear, the director's gone to you, table on screen. So as a presenter, you can then go, as we look at the table here, and then down in the bottom corner, there's a little TV that we can see. So then you can talk about the table, and then the director will go, table coming off in 3, 2, 1. So you're looking at the camera again, and then he'll say clip playing. If you're talking about Robert Thornton, it'll say clip playing, so you know there's a clip on while you're talking, and so on. The relationship in TV broadcast between on-stage talent like presenter or reporter, MC, and director and producer is massive. If you've got a really good tight bond, then the production runs smooth. I think that would have been a little bit of both. I think Polly made a really good decision to wrap that up because she's there. She can see Littler, and the fact he's obviously about to go. So I think she made that decision. No, the World Seniors isn't a thing anymore. Kevin Doots, is he about to win it? Yeah, so if you are on the screen, you will have an earpiece in. So you know what's going on. So yeah, Wayne and Webb, we call them, the short term is if you've got a set of ears. So yeah, Wayne, Webby, Emma, Polly would all have ears in. Lewis obviously has an ear as a set of ears in. Venick does hold, but Doots to get the job done here. On his own throw. How are we doing, Bobsy? Hope you are good, mate. Hope you are good. Remember, if you are new here, if you're liking our content, please make sure you drop us a like and subscribe. Uh, 48 players for this year's Grand Slam. How do you think? That's a good question. I haven't actually looked. I don't think the Grand Slam is any more days. It will not be multi-board. It'll only be one board. Kevin Doots gets the job done. It's just not happening anymore. If you read some of the comments, they're telling you. Emma is an unbelievable presenter. She is incredible at what she does. And she is such a nice person as well. We're lucky that we've got Emma steering the ship. And then we've got Wayne, Webby, Duzzer. Yeah, look, I think most people feel the same way. The problem is it happened at such a crucial time. Like when it happened to Gerwyn Price and Stephen Bunting, it was still early in the match. So like the players were like, well, we're not going back, we're not starting again until he's dealt with. That was literally match starts. Yeah, no, 100%. She's so good at what she does. Really enjoyed the PR watch along, Phil. What did the match look? So it was really good, to be fair. For us. So we've already said, obviously, I'm gonna do ones for Copenhagen. Next weekend, Friday and Saturday, and then we are going to do one for the World Cup final, for the final session of the World Cup, the semi-finals and final, and then we are looking at how we can do one for the World Match Play final as well. Dave Clark was superb. Yeah, agreed, John. I think most people were, and I think it was such hard shoes to fill because Clarkey was Clarkey. Obviously, I know we had the great late Nigel Pearson do the match play, I think it was, of 2020. And then look, obviously Emma came in and she was brilliant. And she's made it her own and absolutely smashed it. To the point where, look, and I hope it's not for a while, but at some point I think she will leave darts because I think something bigger will snap her up. A bit like it did with Laura Woods and so on. I think that will happen to Emma as well, that she'll get a really massive football job or something like that. I will be in Frankfurt for the World Cup. No, Clarkey's still alive. He's got Parkinson's, but he's still alive. He's still fighting fit. He still plays paddle and so on. Did you not? I thought she took over from. I thought Clarkey stepped down. Nigel Pearson did the match play of 2020. And then Emma came in. I think, Rob. Blade X or 3. It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a home board that's going to get used a lot and you can turn it easily, 360. If you're looking for a match board, then the X. But if it's for home use that's going to get used a lot and turned, I would say 360. Yeah, this is a monster game for the match play, and Cameron Menzies has won the ball. Oh, I can't remember. There's so many. Nico is an outstanding broadcaster. Bobsy, Nico is right up there. I've got both. I've got the X and the 360. So that's why I said it depends on what you're looking for. How are we doing, Grace Sherman? You're good, mate? Look, they've got... Look, I get it, but look, they still ask them the right questions. Yeah, a few people were pinging me messages. Who's gone to this film? It'll be Owen Kirk and Opera Boy will do some as well. Yeah, it might have just been the Worlds, Rob. I don't think she ever did it. Let's see if I can find the info quickly. Opera Boy. I'm trying to find out. I can't find. I can't find a list of who. No, I can't find. There's no like list of here to here, like the years that they all did them. No, it's annoying. There's lists for everything else in the sport. I think commentary is all very subjective, and it also moves on as well. Would some of the iconic lines of the past work in this day and age? We'll never know. But because styles move on, but look, it's for me. I wasn't Sid's biggest fan. Some of his one-liners are just simply sensational. But that golden trio of Dave Lanning, Sid Waddell, and John Gwynn were amazing. What? Because they're Welsh? I don't get. Yeah, John Gwynn was unreal, and it's still one of my favourite lines ever. Blackpool in July, London in December. Still one of my favourite ever lines. We're going to try, yes. We're going to try and plan it next week. So, yeah, watch this space, Brock. But, yeah, we hope to. How are we doing? How are we doing, Brock? Good to have you in. Isn't it? Would this be the greatest 138 the world has ever seen? From Cameron Menzies. And Rob's just hit 138. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, that would have been the greatest 138 the world has ever seen. Ever. Fact. No one does it better than that. Double 16 for an early break. Menzies has already missed a dart, but Cross cannot hit. This one started fabulously well, and it grazed the wire from Cameron Menzies. But now he needs to pop this. And he's just given Cross the chance. He scored lovely. What do I think the biggest mistake Barry Hearn stroke the PDC have made in darts? Oh. I don't know what the biggest mistake is. How are we doing, Jason? Good to have you in. I just think he's an absolute bellend, Brock. Is that fair enough? 180. trying to think of what's the biggest mistake. Any mistakes they have made have been. I was going to say it's hard to put anything in there because of look and until Barry bought the PDC, they were struggling that they couldn't pay prize money. Phil Taylor was being paid in shares because they didn't have the money. And look, what the PDC and Barry have done to move the sport to where it is has been nothing short of fabulous. Menzies levels things up. It's a good break back from Cammy. Don't worry, we'll see Johnny again. I can guarantee that. All of a sudden, Cammy has just started to play with that purpose and belief again. But Cross bounces back here. He's going to get a chance to break again. Could be 3 legs, 3 breaks of throw. Menzies needs a treble. Can't find one. It is advantage Cross. But they both will have Blackpool on their mind. How we doing, Steve? Hope you're good, mate. How's Northern Ireland? Oh, Menzies going for the champagne shot. And it is 3 legs, 3 breaks of throw. Good game. They're both averaging over the ton here. They know what's on the line. Which one would be worse? Probably a night out, because Spurs could recover in a year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure you'd ever recover from that. No, too. Biggest for statement was doing the big jump in the world prize money without. That's. I don't think that's a mistake. That's a choice. So for me, that's not a mistake. That's what they've chosen to do. And for the players at the top, they'll agree with the choice. The players at the bottom won't. And look, do I like there's no money for first round losers? No, I don't. But you also have to kind of respect the PDC that they have said this from day one and they have stuck to their guns on it. That no, we are not giving. And by the way, I don't agree with it, but you kind of have to respect them for going, no, we're not changing. For all the pressure that's been put on, and they're like, no, this is what we believe in. And if you believe in it, then it is what it is. Yeah, of course he'd love to watch Littler. Phil, are there any players on tour who come across very nice in interview? But no. Tell you what, this is some game, this. It is seesawing all over the place, but this would be a haymaker. Oh, he's missed double 16 for a 1-5-2. We're going to have 4 breaks of throw on the spin. This is a good game. I'm enjoying this. It is 2-2. They're both going at it here. I tell you, Rob Cross is getting back to his best. Cammy is on fire at the moment. Yeah, I agree, Johnny, that there are so many good people there. I never interviewed Alex Roy, so I don't know. Oh, hang on. Hang on, nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Absolutely nothing going on. Go on, Cammy lad. Yes. Oh, Cammy. Cammy. I'll do it anyway.
He's the most amazing leg of arms you will ever see in your life. I can't speak.
What a leg this has been. What a passage of play for the first hold of throw in the match. And it is 3-2 to Cameron Menzies. He's done well there. He's done well. Averaging 111. Rob Cross just under 103. Carry on, gents. Cameron Menzies. I think they both know what is on the line here. They both know. 180 to leave the Hinks. Yeah, he's been back in the gym playing golf. Justin Pipe just retired and fell out of love with the game, I think. Bullseye for the Hinks. Oh, he's missed. Now the champagne shot for Menzies. Go on. Oh. Oh, he's come short. That's how they are both going at it here. This is an unbelievable game. 9-8-8 for oh, and Rob Cross has blinked. The first time one of them has blinked. And Menzies punishes. And on the 1-3-2, the Menzies dart at the ball just wasn't sat right at all. That's why he switched. Scoring power from both is unbelievable right now. Absolutely on fire. Ooh, that's a collapse, Rob. Good board management there from Menzies as well. No ferret counting for him. No, I don't think he ever got over Koffgate either. And only one person will ever know the truth, and that's Justin Pipe. Oh, hello. Hey, fishy, fishy.
How about treble to Ball? Here, fishy, fishy.
Cameron Menzies cannot miss at the moment. Arguably, this is the best I've ever seen him play. This is absolutely spellbinding from the Maverick Scotsman. And he didn't even flinch. He didn't even contemplate not going for the ball. It was full speed, full steam ahead. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is the Cammy that we all know is there. And I remember for all those years when he kept fucking up Q School, he couldn't win a card. He was the best player never to have a PDC Tour card. And now is absolutely flourishing. Oh, he's left it again. Rob Cross, this might have to go. 17 and tops. Tops. Misses. Oh, this would be brutal. It's not going to go this time, so Rob Cross can breathe a sigh of relief and just get a leg back here. Remember, Rob Cross led 2-1. Since then, it has been a Menzies barrage. So it was, or the way it looked on screen was Justin Pipe deliberately coughed when his opponent was going for a double. Was it Bernie Smith he was playing? Now, Bernie Smith said afterwards that he didn't hear it. But whether he heard it or not was kind of irrelevant. It didn't look great on TV. But like I said, only one person knows if he did it deliberately or not. And that is Justin Pipe. So Menzies has 6 darts at 187, and this setup is exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. Leaves 50. Rob Cross, 140 will leave tops to ask Cammy the question. Maximum pressure has been applied. Cameron Menzies, over to you. You have not put a foot wrong all game, but then 2 match darts have gone begging. Rob Cross to break back and put this game on throw. Didn't see this happening. But again, Rob Cross still playing beautifully. Last dart, that will hurt. Break for voltage. Is there another twist in this game? Remember, Cameron Menzies has missed 2 match darts. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's a great dart as well because it looked like a blocker from Cross. Menzies knows there's that smirk that if it goes to a last leg decider, who would hold their nerve? But Menzies has effectively taken the darts here. Back-to-back 140s. He's keeping his composure. This is the best version of Cameron Menzies I have seen in a long time. A long, long time. And that is a disaster for Cross. Menzies will get more match darts. Leaves 116. Only a 180 hurts. 140 gets him to a finish, but it's a big ask. No finish. 16 tops. Misses, but it's a good miss. Because it'll come back with three clear darts in hand. Yeah, this will give him a massive boost for the World Cup, for the match play. But this time, Cameron Menzies, take a bow. That is a fabulous performance from Cameron Menzies. Yeah, look, that... Yeah, and look, credit to Rob Cross as well. He's done nothing wrong there whatsoever. Rob Cross, I think, beats anyone else today. He has just run into an inspired Cameron Menzies. I think he beats anyone else today, or that we've seen so far. Got the rematch as well, BOX against Hurrell. Last time there was a bit of beef between them on the Pro Tour, which I find a little hard to believe that Sebastian couldn't upset anyone. Cameron Menzies lifting up Swiss Phil like you do. No, exactly, agreed. Yeah, look, Justin Hood needs to as well. Let's just refresh that. So that moves Cameron Menzies to 74,000 ranking points on the race for the match play. Very, very good. It's a big win as well because the gap that creates over Rob Cross, Kim Huybrechts, who's not here this weekend. Yeah, Białecki has to. Because also, remember, he's not at the final European Tour before the cut-off. So, this is his last Euro Tour before the cut-off. He's almost there. almost, you can only say justifies missing them if he qualifies. If he were to miss out on the match play, then it undoes it. Do you know what I mean, Tom? So until he's there, have BT Sport backed down yet, or are they still? Is it still behind a paywall? Have they gone free to air yet? He didn't come this week. Wow. No, Rob, the reason I ask is because I want to know whether I need to watch it on my iPad or I need to find a dodgy stream to watch PSG win. We're singing Luis Enrique. Here comes the hillbilly. Yeah. They should be singing Woolwich forever. Remember, if you haven't yet, whilst we're just waiting for the walk-ons to happen, drop us a like and subscribe, everyone. We massively appreciate it. Here comes Białecki. At the moment, yes, he is in the match play at the moment. I like Sebastian's walk on. I'm a fan. Right, here comes Hillbilly Rock, Hillbilly Roll. Yeah, it sounds like a proper 80s theme tune, which is probably why I like it. Right. So, again, Białecki, huge for him. Not convinced, Teresa. Look, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but yeah, I'm not convinced. Um, one of there aren't many. Right. Just having a look at. Not sure if Hurrell's settled on his barrel just yet. And I moved to Unicorn recently-ish. Um, just heard James Hurrell not being well. What today? Like I know he's had medical issues. Um, he was in hospital for a week and a half after the last Euro Tour 3 weeks ago. Christ, not not good. Did he say the reason? Białecki on fire here at the moment. Okay, cool. Hurrell. Um, which one, Johnny? Hurrell or Białecki? It is 1-1. It's a rescue job from Harold Białecki. Missed opportunity. I think Harold has really good spells, and when he's streaky, the problem he's got is the action, because he brings it back and there's like such a turn in the wrist and the way it closes in his hand. There's a lot going on. But there's a lot. His hand has to open. I don't know. I think it's a tough game to call because they could both play well. They've both got a bit of a stinker in them. Durham need 152 off of 20. Rob. From looking like he was going to be 2-0 down, Harold looks like he's about to lead here. I love the 100. Not yet. Not looking forward to the World Cup yet. 128 for Białecki. Still on. No treble, so Harold will return. And pins tops 2-1, break of throw. The Hillbilly is in front. Białecki's levels have dropped. Harold hasn't got too much better, to be fair, but just doing enough. Not sure I'm looking forward to either at the moment. Białecki needs an injection here. He needs to find something more. Otherwise, Hurrell going to race in to the lead here. Wales are in the group stage. Yeah, it's only the top 4 seeds are not the top. The top 4 seeds are England, Holland, Scotland. Is it Northern Ireland? I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's have a look. See, that's how much I kind of. Yeah, England, Netherlands, Northern Ireland, and Scotland are the 4 seeds that go through. Białecki needs to find something more, something extra. Um, I like both. It depends on there's no one size fits all. It depends what's going on. Białecki wants a treble here. Doesn't want to give Hurrell any encouragement. That's bare minimum, but it still offers. There seems to be a lot going on that new Hurrell dart. Like some chunky grooves and radical cuts going on. So, Białecki, 8-8 to hold. What pressure is he going to be under? Not a great deal. And Białecki does get a leg back. It's only a hold of throw. Hurrell still in control of this one. Hurrell 180. It's a very radical dart from Hurrell. Just looking at the cuts and the grooves. There's a lot going down. Unlike Białecki's, which is nice and straightforward. Nice. So, if this is a 140 or better, this may be about to get interesting. It's bloody interesting now. 177. Białecki bites back. At the moment, he's behind the 8 ball, mainly just because after today, he's relying on Pro Tours, where there's another European Tour event. It's a massive last start. So there's one more European Tour before the cut-off, but Białecki isn't in it. So the money players that are in it can earn outweighs what they can do on the Pro Tour. So he needs a good run today or this weekend. I haven't had a look at his section of the draw either. Where will we find young? It's not great when he runs into Chris. To be fair, he's in a brutal section of the draw as well, where he'll play Dobie. If he comes through Dobie, De Decker or Van Schie, which isn't the end of the world, but the top half he'll play one of either Bunting, Menzies, Woodhouse or Gilding. I think Senesi is a really good signing. Now, I haven't watched much of Liverpool, so I don't know what he's like. As in Robertson, that is he still a decent player? Because I actually think Ndoggy, that is superb. 1-2-1 to Leeds. I actually think Ndoggy's a really good left back. The problem is, has been keeping him fit. But what Robertson will do will give us a lot of leadership within the squad and the potential backline. But Liverpool obviously signed Kirkez for a reason. But it'll give us a lot of leadership, you would hope. Horrell's throw is under a bit of pressure here. Białecki misses the ball. Has Hurrell got this in the locker? All of a sudden, Białecki has upped his numbers to 101 as well. This is turning into a sneakily good performance from Białecki. And he is 5-3 up. Remember, he was 3-1 down. This is 4 legs on the spin from Białecki. I really rate him. I do. I really rate him. And it looks as if Hurrell has just run out of steam here. Like we say, he's not been well and so on. He just looks. How we doing, Kevin? You're good, mate? Hope you are good in the hood. Doesn't need to take this out. Yeah, it's clever. I like that. Didn't do anything silly and get himself in a pickle. Very good from Sebastian. And now Hurrell is hitting and hoping. He's hit. Now he's hoping Białecki misses. match darts for Bolt, and he is clinical. Białecki is through, and that's a big result for him. Sets up a dance date with Chris Dobie tomorrow. Sebastian marches on. Coming up next, we have the Lunatic. This is Dirk van Dijvenbode. What version of Dirk will turn up next? That's the question. How are we doing? Speedy Moose, hope you're good. How are we doing, Dell? Good to have you in. Hello, everyone. If you haven't yet, make sure you tap that like and subscribe button for us. You know what to do. Tap, tap, tap as on our route to 50k. And again, thank you if you followed us on any other social media platform recently, whether that be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. Yeah, I agree. He'll fancy the job. Look, it's all on Dirk for me. If Dirk plays anywhere near his level, he wins. But that's not a certainty that he plays to that level. Did I just... all good, Dal, all good. Thank you. Białecki heading off the stage. We've got about a minute and 15 seconds till pictures return. Dirk has won the ball. I don't know if that affects your sway or thinking, but it will be Van Dijvenbode to get us underway. Score predictions and chat room. One's rolling qualifying average is 89.2. Decent. Mm. 6-5 Dirk. Paul can play. Paul can play. So, 4 games down, 4 to go. Sorry, I was just looking at something there. I was miles away in my own little world. Pictures are back. Swiss Phil. How are we doing, Alan? Hope you are good. Good to have you in. Right. We are getting the players to the stage. The German is smiling away. Smiling assassin, perhaps. Should the group games at the Grand Slam should be... it's time... Look, in an ideal world, yes. But the problem is there's so many games, they have to get through them. That's the issue. And you think there's 16 groups this year. 16 groups of 3. So I was going to have a look at the PDC website to see if the plan had been done yet. Info. No, there's no info yet on the tournament. I'm interested to see how they were going to do the sessions. Dirk Glovin live. Or Kurtz. Oh, love Nico Kurtz. What a talent he was, James. Is it a seaming pitch, Rob, or just shit batting? Right. Love. Would Chizzy be your cut-off? Would he? Not great batting, right? Realistically, yes. But I don't even think Chizzy's in that equation, if I'm being honest. I think Białecki. I'm not sure Chizzy can make up 12 grand with everyone else. But if he has a good run here, obviously he can. The same as if Justin Hood were to win the event. But no, I think maybe Białecki. What happened to Kurtz with the... He had a really good job. So darts was never his focus. His focus was always... I think... I might be wrong. But it might have been something in aviation engineering. I may have made that up. But he had a really good job, and that was his priority. Only 2A was in. Evening, Kelly. How are you? Good to have you in. I Hope you are good. 180. No, Chizzy is seeded ridiculously for this. But I just don't trust Chizzy to win enough games. Is the honest. I think this is Dirk's first time playing a home nation club for round one call. I don't know if it's just his priority now or whether he's finished his study because he was studying alongside of his job or part of his job. I don't know if that's finished now or not. Big dart this to break. Misses. Can Dirk rescue situation? How are you doing, Malachite? You're good, mate? The thing is, Chizzy has to play in everything. Right? He can't take time off now. Oh, stop it, Dirky boy. He's rescued that situation. Oh, all aboard, Dirky. All aboard. Oh, my first job, I was an apprentice carpenter joiner back in 1998. I'm convinced that the World Series draw isn't exactly random though. Littler, Lynn and Aspinall. Maybe. Poland for me. I just didn't enjoy it. How did I do it for? 98 till 2001-ish. Just didn't enjoy it, Rob. It just wasn't. But I didn't like school either. So that's kind of the reason why I went to do it straight from school, because I hated school with a passion. But ironically, I was actually quite good at school in terms of doing it, but I just didn't enjoy it. Hetter's on the cusp again. He needs some results. Big moment here for Dirk. Gives Horn a chance here. No, Jim loves it. Don't be in high top. Yeah, pretty much. Dirk's fluffed a great chance for a break here. Yeah, Max has been really good since getting his card back, and when he got his card back, I wasn't sure. But he has been superb. This one's getting a bit scrappy do. So, can Dirk now get this one over the line? He can. 2-0. What do you think Menzies is busy with? He said that's why he's missing around tournaments. Missed a lot almost this weekend. I think, well, one he's loved up now, James. I know he's been playing golf. He's back in the gym. I just think he's enjoying life. Obviously, I'm not sure what his new girlfriend's called. I don't know. I've not met her. But he's loved up. 3-9 fella ran himself out. Not the brightest. What do you think of Jim Long and just just the way the teams are, and I don't think not many care about the World Cup. Is the thing. Not many care. Gurney was, yeah. I'm talking about the top players, right? If you took the Grand Slam spot away, I don't think any of the top players would turn up. Yeah, I agree, James. Again, though, flaws in the Grand Slam qualifying system. Um, don't think they would, Dal. I don't think they would. Or certainly one of them wouldn't. Once one of them's won it once and ticked it off, I don't expect to see him. Oh, them it is, yeah. I remember, look, I might be wrong, but I think the only reason MVG is playing in it is because of the slam spot. The only reason Gezi played in it last year, I think, was because of the slam spot. When Scotland got to the final, was it 2 years ago? Gary and Peter walked off stage and went, Grand Slam sorted. Didn't really care about the final. For the top players that aren't in it, it's a potential easy route into the slam. I think I think Humphreys will play because he likes it. Littler's only playing because he hasn't won it yet. Once he's ticked that off, I don't expect to see him. I had to cut out of an interview where he absolutely slated the World Cup, said didn't want to go back there, never wanted to play in the World Cup again. So it's a love-hate relationship. I think if he wins it, I don't think we'll see him again. We've seen Michael pull out multiple times. I just don't think that the financial incentive is shit. For the top players, there's not enough money in the World Cup. They can earn more money elsewhere. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Because Johnny's not in the slam yet. That's why Johnny's not in the Grand Slam yet. 4-0 to Dirk, and Horner's had chances here. He's just not converted them. I think Gary will get in the Grand Slam. Again, if Scotland don't get through, Gary may miss the slam. I think again next year changes that. Let's say there's a few of them that miss the Grand Slam. Like I've said with the European Championships and the Players' Championships, I think that they will change the rules. I think the top 16 will become the seeds for the 16 groups. No, at the moment, James, I agree because I don't see how many, or I don't know what Euro Tours he's going to play in. Because you're all, the problem is you're always defending money, and look, but we all know Gary's motivations are different. He doesn't care about rankings and so on. But yeah, I agree. I'd want to see more of Gary. No, the slam qualifying is different. And this is what happens, that when you listen to Gary and Ryan to a degree, that I think they've both been quite clever and sensible with their money in life. That they're not, that yes, look, money is important, but it's not like some players are playing everything to pay their mortgage and so on. I don't think Gary and Ryan are in that boat. Yeah, barring COVID, it's always in Germany. It's just it sells. Um, it could be 5-0 incoming. So serve the bagel. And it is 6-0. Uh, the medium to average player, yes, Dal, but the top stars, No. Yeah, look, Paul didn't turn up, and Dirk has done an absolute number on him. Love a bagel. Yeah, everyone loves a bagel. Doubt. I'm only telling you what they tell me. That a lot of them couldn't care less. That to certain nations, I agree that, and to certain teams they care, but others it's just like ugh. That's why we see so many of them pull out. That's why Gezzy's sacked it off before. Michael sacked it off. Gary has in the past as well. One of them has said once they've won it, they're not over fussed. Correct. Bunting hasn't. I think once you've played in it once, it's not the same. Um, right, we have got about 2 minutes 40 seconds till pitchers return. Do you think Ryan would? It'll be interesting to see. Would you say Nyman on current form is better than MVG? Consistent, yes. Michael's top level is still better, like we saw on the Pro Tour and so on, but consistently, is Wessel more reliable at the moment? 100% yes. Reyes has won the ball. Getting things ready to go. I guess so. I think that's what he used last time as well. I assume that the Prem darts is non-ranked. Yeah, Premier League is non-ranked. Going through Instagram, Luke Humphreys and Gezi firmly on their holidays now, looking like they're enjoying it. Right, pictures are back, so here we go. Right, here we go then. William O'Connor against Cristo Reyes. What's in your head? Such a good walk on. Right. Get your score predictions in then as well. Willie 6-3. Um, does Reyes have? I'm not sure. Um, 6-5 to the Spaniard Reyes. So that'll be interesting tie this. Have a look at the front of Willie's shirt. Those logos looked all over the place. I like Reyes using the. Yeah, Agreed. Like proper old school. That he's not changed for years. It's just like, yeah, they'll do. That's what I want. Those bombs. Right. So Reyes will get us underway. And then the Rockstar Joe Cullen. Next game, in the final game, Nico Springer against Nandor Major. Sounds like a symphony. What you playing in? Nandor Major. How we doing, Kev? Good to have you in. The last time we saw O'Connor, he was a little erratic. Fez, Kev, Fez. Go on, mate. Let us know. 180. And the man from sunny Spain. Nice, man. I haven't even looked, to be fair. How many on the board, Rob? O'Connor. Hoping that Reyes' pace will slow down a little bit here. He is firing along at the moment. 62. Ouch. Decent. I can't remember what I finished overall. At one point, I was top 800k. I finished top 700. My problem is I miss too many weeks. The Friday deadline always catches me out. I think I missed 3 deadlines. Connor. I was under a bit of pressure here. Under a little bit of pressure. Really needs to find those scoring boots. And that will not help. That will not help at all. Reyes will be looking to set this up. Yeah, I keep forgetting about the Dortmund race because we're thinking about like the match play at the moment. Andy Cornwall says a few steps that he can get my average from. If you want to take his word, Dal, then crack on, but rather you than me. There are only 2 Spanish dart players I know. Reyes, Justicia, Alcinas. There's another one. I can't think of what his name is. How we doing? How we doing, Dave? Hope you are good, buddy. Hope you are good. Tony Martinez, yeah. Maybe I get it down from. I I see his videos on social media, and I just think, really. He didn't win an argument. Oh, Willie giving it the old. Someone whistling at him, I think. Go on, Willie lad. Just starting their second. I haven't got enough screens to keep up with it, Rob. Was last night good? Yeah, very good. Very good. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he gave his card back because he wasn't winning any money. Hello, Willie. Hello, Willie. Here, fishy,
How about
fishy.
treble to ball? Here, fishy.
Yeah, I thought so, James, as well. I thought that. I just think the guy's a blagger, if I'm being honest. Every time I hear him arguing with someone, whether that be in the comments or arguing back, all I ever hear is, "I'm right. I've always done it this way." There's never a fundamental argument behind his why. No doubt, genuinely, he's never won anything. He gave his PDC Tour card back because he wasn't winning any money. Or, as in, not enough to carry on, is what I'm saying. Because back then, what was it? What would it have been? 250 quid for winning, or 500? Chance here for O'Connor. Not going to go. So Reyes gets the chance to break straight back here. And does. Tidy enough from Cristo Reyes. So yeah, only won 1,400 quid. Yeah, 132 champagne shot, 130 baby fish. Sadly not, Dal. Sadly not. Or does Matt tolerate him because he's being paid? Yeah, 100%. Like I say, I've never met him, so I can't criticize him as a person. And I'm sure he's a nice enough person, but his videos are absolute bollocks. This game swinging one way then the next. And Reyes back in front. O'Connor has had the flashy 170 moment, but that's it really. Don't you agree with... oh yeah, I prefer scoring on a whiteboard, yeah. But that's just common sense. Yeah, probably James. I don't disagree. O'Connor will need to find another break here because at the moment it's all just a little bit too bitty for him. We've had flashes of genius. I say, just on a personal note, if I wanted to be coached, there's only a few coaches that I would go to personally. I very much doubt it, no. We are level at 3 apiece. This one just brewing along nicely. O'Connor is scoring better now. But Reyes does have the darts. O'Connor will have to find something. On the William O'Connor throw. Yeah, when he says, yeah, don't use long points. No, try them. They might not be for you. But if you don't try them, you'll never know. This is the break chance for William O'Connor. 41 to lead once more. He's missed a big number. It's criminal. He should have got 2 darts. He's only going to get 1. Rescues the situation. O'Connor breaks. He made that a lot more difficult than it should have been. But then starts dry. Durham got to make 90. Ouch, Rob. Ouch. That's what you call a collapse. 152 is not a massive total at T20. Again, Reyes has bounced back here. Would I ever do one? Maybe. I don't see the value really, but I don't see what it brings to the table. $120 for Reyes, and again, O'Connor will be fuming. Fuming because he did the hard work to break. And then he's passed it straight back. Scratch that, man. Oh, Rob. What a disaster. 91 for Reyes to break back. He can ring me if he wants. So I spoke to Matt on the phone. Me and Matt had a good call yesterday, to be fair, when he was on the way to the airport. If Andy calls you right now, would you pick it up? I haven't got his number, so yeah, I'd answer it. Because I haven't got his number, so I wouldn't know if it was him or not. Reyes breaks straight back. William O'Connor, every time he gets in front and breaks, he just can't consolidate that. See, they're two separate things again now, Johnny. They've split. Where before Mission and Darts Corner were one, they've split now. They're two separate entities now. And Reyes has bossed this leg on his own throw. There's just no consistency to O'Connor. It is all or nothing. And unfortunately for him, more times than not, it's been nothing so far. It's a bit of a disaster. Wow, Barcelona have confirmed the signing of Anthony Gordon on a contract till 2031 for 69.3 million. Wow. Oh, it's a steal. Again, this time Reyes. Couldn't get the job done. And we get a little bit. Gives it a little bit. Yeah, very patchy. And this would be somewhat of a steal. This would be a way to win it. Misses, but Reyes is not on a finish. Now, O'Connor, last dart in hand. It's a big, big dart. And will he... Do I think he was the best player? Yes. But he was very, very hit and miss. Yeah, look, but when you... Was it a poor stoppage? Yes. But when you listen to the referee, as in... this isn't a dig, by the way. They didn't hear the bell. So he's jumped in to stop it because he didn't hear the bell. And even Peter Fury admitted he didn't hear the bell either. So when you look at it from that point of view, it's not that bad a stoppage. The cards were more the issue for me. Will Matchroom been not while Barry's alive. Whilst Bazza is still alive and kicking, it will not be sold. Oh, interesting, Jay. Is that off the different to the list that was published yesterday? Yeah, he's proper, and he's from. Is it Limerick? I think, which is yeah. List has been updated. Cool. Cheers, James. I'll have a look afterwards. Got about 20 seconds till pictures return, and it will be time for the rockstar Joe Cullen. Um, Need to stop at the shop on the way home, get some food. Been in the office all day. I don't know if he gave himself the nickname or he was given it. Like, just shutting the window, everyone, 2 seconds. Sometimes you're like given a nickname, like you don't give it to yourself. Better change the. Ashley Coleman just top Group C. Does he still play to any kind of level? Because he kind of like, I know he like burst onto the scene a little bit, but he kind of got fanned out a little bit. He's the Prince of Darkness. He's got quite long hair. Extremely deep down, I'm a hawk. Coleman's challenge to a Rowan average. Oh, not bad, James. Like I say, it wasn't a dig. Just that I haven't seen him play much anymore. That's why I was like, I didn't know what level he was playing at. Right here. What? What were they? What were they waiting for? What's happened there? Wait, I need to scroll back here. Let's watch it from here. 2 seconds. Something happened, but I don't know what. Ah, someone jumped the barrier. I think he managed. Wow. But well, I reckon by that, I reckon he's jumped the barrier, run round the front, run on the stage, jumped the other side, and then got back into the crowd. I probably won't get an answer straight away, but I'm going to message one of the security boys and see whether they got him. Just message one of the security boys to see whether they got him. Well, that was a bit different, wasn't it? Something different for the Euro Tour. Remember when they did it at Ali Pali? Which was genius because it was like a full blown military operation to do it. That I remember watching the security boys telling me they watched it back on CCTV from the bird's eye view of how they managed it. Cullen started okay here. Marcel, let's have a look at the throw. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. So Cullen looking at 60 for holding leg one. No faffing around from Cullen. Takes the opener. If your opponent isn't on a finish, is treble 20 acceptable on 119? Yeah, if for me, yes. If your opponent's not on a finish. What's happened to Dirty Harry? I'm not sure. We'll see him next week at the Nordic Darts Masters. Yeah, if your opponent's not on a finish, I think it's whatever way you feel comfortable. Marcel Husler, 101. Going to get a dart at double 16 for a level game, and he goes inside. So Cullen will come back for 112. Oh, Joseph Cullen. It's a fabulous tongue topper. on 10 police cars on my... Interesting. But if you go 19, you've got 60. I think it's when your opponent's not like... There's good habits and so on that... 3-0 to the Rockstar. I can confirm from Kiel, they got him. He was ejected. I didn't notice that, to be fair, James. I was deep in the middle of graphics at that time. How many matches do you have to win? I don't know, Kieran. I'm guessing it all varies on how many enters. Sounded like Obama then. I can confirm they got him. Joe Cullen is making light work of this. Cullen just looking to make this as easy as possible. No faffing. Just get yourself into round 2. We're averaging 93. This is decent enough from Joe. Look, there's not a lot coming back at him, so he doesn't have to be much better than what he is at the moment. Yeah, it's been really quick. I've enjoyed it tonight. Remember, we will be back live at 12 tomorrow afternoon for the afternoon session. The seeds enter and Cullen is 5-0 to the good. So yeah, make sure you drop us a like and subscribe, of course. Are we talking about 138s here? What, Luke Humphries to win the World Grand Prix, the best 138 the world has ever seen? Are we talking about that? Charlie Manby won the Dev Tour. Oh. Should we test it, Johnny? 138, 138, 138. Yeah, it's been some one-sided affairs. Cullen will just want to ask the question here. Get down to a nice little 2-darter. That'll do. And say to Marcel, can you take it out, pal? Can you take it out, pal? And Marcel says, damn right I can. Have some of that, pal. I need to go to the shop. I don't know what I'm going to have for tea. Do you know what I fancy for tea tonight? And this is really old school because I've not had it in so long. Just some good old-fashioned beans on toast. I've not had that in ages. Marcel's just making a bit of a game of this here. He's given Cullen a few things to think about in the last couple of legs, and then Cullen hits 138. Have some of that, pal. And there it is, job done. 6-1 Bosch, thank you very much, the Rockstar. I swear he's got the same trainers as Ross Smith now. Do you reckon they got him on job lot? All in all, very tidy performance from the Rockstar. Did exactly what he had to do. No faffage, just got on with it. You would have thought that Springer would have too much for Nandor Major. Um, what have we got going on in the chat room? Now with Springer's Wrestle, the favourite Mandor might get a few legs. Possibly, yeah. All the Sky Sports presenters have them. Yeah, job lot. Have some of these gone full Del Boy. Oh, Teresa, you've said it now, haven't you? Right, everyone, if we don't finish till 10 past 10, it's all Teresa's fault. If this goes 6-5, 400 missed darts at double, we're all blaming you. That's how we roll. Well, you know, that's how we roll. Apparently, the water on stage is disgusting. Brilliant. Go on, Joe. Right. So, we've got 2 minutes, 45 seconds till pictures return. What do you think of a master at special tournament within the PDC? I don't mind it. Like I was saying earlier, that I'd like to see the calendar completely redone, leveled things out, and just make it a more balanced season instead of a ridiculous back end of the year, an unbalanced thing. Just make it. But so here's one: if we could work it, would you, what tournament? Right, you can't get rid of anything here, chat room. So don't be thinking you can get rid of anything. Everything in the current calendar, but where would you move things to? Like there are certain tournaments that are unmovable and will not be moved. But where would you put other bits, and where would you move things to? I like the UK Open where it is in terms of calendar, not where it is. I would personally move the. Which one would I move? I don't know which one I'd move, but I'd move one of them into end of April time, beginning of May. Nandor has won the ball, but I'm still going for Nico Springer. I would certainly have no Premier League night the night before the UK Open. I'd work the calendar out. So that was a blank week in the Premier League. So players and everyone can give the UK Open its full attention. Yeah, I know that's the annoying bit, James. But I also think that about the match play as well, because of where the match play qualifying starts. I don't think new tour card holders have really got a chance of qualifying for the match play, unless you're like there's a special couple that have that. Obviously Littler did, I know Glenn Durrant did, and so on, but it's a tough one to get in the match play as well. Um, is it true the PDC are stopping players from doing? Not that I've heard. Where did you hear that, Mark? Just out of interest, yeah, not that I've heard. Um, right, Nandor on his way to the stage. Yeah, I don't dislike it, Johnny. Like I said, I just think that the calendar is just unbalanced, but I don't know how, or unless do you no, because you can't move. Well, you could move Q School, but then qualification for the Worlds is going to be off. If you leave it where it is, qualification for the match play is off. Yeah, it's a tough one. Big old moon out there tonight, but it's still light out, which is cool. I like that. You could bring back the Super Series and move the Players' Championship finals forward. Yeah, I don't disagree. I just think that like that back end of the year is so intense, and like in the first half of the year for like new tour card holders, there's no chance to add kind of big ranking money to your pot. How are we doing, King of the Cats? Hope you are good. Yeah, I don't dislike that, to be fair. Or kind of, you have the UK Open in the first weekend in March, where it is now, and then you have the World Cup end of April, maybe, which then frees up. Yeah, I don't dislike that. Joe Cullen did win, yes. No drama for the rock star. Mine's all over the place, James. Mine's screen's just gone black. Yeah, mine's gone as well. You know when the Worlds has to be, take the other major, skip a month. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it should be made better. Well, we've got no picture at the moment, but Nandor is going to get the chance to hold here. Going to get 2 at double 16. And he does hold. Dan, yeah, I think obviously there's obviously something gone astray in. Let me check. If it's not on Bet365, then it means everything's gone down. .365. I think there might be a storm or something in. We're back. We're back. Yep. No, storm in Kiel in Germany, because it looked like it looked like the storm had taken the internet down or the streaming. We're clear skies here. I'm in Belgium. Nice. Whereabouts in Belgium? Nico Springer levels it up. Not a bad game so far. Yeah, but it'd be nice. To be fair, we had a great thunderstorm Wednesday night. Bruges, nice. Remember, everyone, if you haven't yet, make sure you drop us a like and subscribe. Tap, tap, tap. Andor's been solid enough on his own throw here. Nico Springer continuing to use the absolute battered flights he can find. I don't know if it's oh, hello. Hello, ball 25 ball, you cheeky little bugger. Oh, I tell you what, how's he got this in here? What a dart that is. Do you reckon it's a superstitious thing that Springer uses the most battered set of flights he can find, own? Alex, thank you very much. I'm glad you like them. Bad day for the German players if that happens. But Springer, much better scoring leg here on his own throw. He's still going to have to break the Nandor throw at some point. That's good. 2-2. Springer, he's punished the mistake. The first poor visit from Nandor, and Springer has absolutely punished it. Yeah, he probably has got spare flights. Just using the... Oh, he dropped it as well. Dropped it at a slip as it pinged off the wire. And Nandor needs to start 19s here. Yeah. I currently use the Red Dragon Recons in 22 grams. So 112. Springer is going to get a chance to break here, but 140 from Major gets him down to a 2-darter. Springer, treble, double 16. Pop, pop, pop. For the first time, Nico Springer hits the front. Nice. So Fernando's played okay here. Right, Nandor is going to have to find something. 28-gram Lisa Ashton. Extra short stems. Wow. That'd be like just like throwing the dart itself. Remember those stems that Rob Grundy used to throw, which were literally no stem? Oh, lost PDC TV again. Man down, man down. Uh, 21. Nice. Free. So, double 12. And it goes 4-2. Or as Bridgie would say, 32 grams. 32. Nandor's going to have to find an extra gear here at some point. Springer has just controlled this one really well. Brilliant. 180. Nandor needed that though because his throw was under pressure again. It still might be. Another treble needed. Treble 18, or does he stay treble 20? Depends on the lie. Went treble 18 for double. And he's come inside. So Springer gets the chance for a double break. And be double busy. Nico. So, Nandor to hold and just stop this little Springer surge. Oh my. Oh no. Oh no, Nandor. Now Springer gets the chance, double break to put himself one away, and Nico is one away. Nandor's not made many mistakes. To be fair, that's extremely unlucky. The darts at double 9, they couldn't have got any closer. But that's the game. And now Springer is going to ram home that advantage. Or is he? 180. Is Dave Chisnell going to beat Cullen? He could. Do I think it's a guarantee? No. This has been a decent leg from Nandor. Looks like he's potentially going to break back if he can take out 81. So, and he takes it in some style. 6-2 doesn't really tell the tale of how close this game was, but ultimately it is Nico Springer who powers into day number 2. You guys have been absolutely brilliant today. Remember, if you haven't yet, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for us because I massively appreciate it. We will be back live at 12 as the seeds enter the party. But enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you are doing. And we will be back. I'm going to go to the shop, get some food, and then got some write-ups to do for the website, but it's all in the name of content. I've been Phil Bars. We've been Online Darts. You guys have absolutely rocked it. See you tomorrow at 12.